Thomas Partey. When men touch ball, the crowd will get hype, no gains, bro.
Welcome to another episode of the Clockenders podcast. Actually, welcome to the 50th episode of the Clockenders podcast. I'm your host, Reginald Dino. We always knew it was going to be tough with the news that we got out of their Dubai trip. Kai Havertz is done for the season with a hamstring injury. We always knew it was going to be difficult because of what we didn't do in the transfer market as far as getting a striker. It's going to be a team effort this time. If ever a time where we need goals to pop up from unlikely sources, it's in this stretch going forward now. Most definitely. 2-0 win against Leicester away at the King Power Stadium. Did not look good for the first half. Did not look good for the first 20 minutes of the second half. I mean, you can dominate possession all you want. Fact of the matter is you got to put the ball in the back of the net to gain the points that you need, keeping pace with Liverpool. Jose Mourinho, the best coach, one of the best coaches ever to do it, said, you can have the possession, I'll take the points. Possession doesn't equal wins. Midfield was strong. The defense is strong. It was just up front where we were struggling. And I know a lot of people are going to put the blame on Sterling. He stinks. He's finished. He's washed. He's da-da-da-da-da. I understand. But I'm not here to defend him. But if you look at it realistically, the man doesn't play. And I know he's a longtime professional. Maybe the legs are a little bit, weary from age and all the miles that he's put on his legs. The man doesn't play. All of a sudden, go start and play 60 minutes in the fastest league in the world. Some of the things you can't excuse, the offsides, I'll never understand it. Played striker, played defense, played midfield, played it all. When you're looking across the line, all you have to be is on the other side of one defender. That's it. Not all of them, just one. And you're still looking across the line and you're still offside. And another player that does that a lot is Martinelli. I'll never understand it. So he's not going to get away with that from me. I'll call that out. But, guys, he doesn't play. Don't do something for months and months and months and months and months and months and then be dropped into somewhere and you're going to have to perform. You have to be the man. It's difficult. It's difficult. I can understand. If he starts the next game, he can take this under his belt and say he has to be better, and then he can improve from that. Maybe if the performances don't improve, then I don't know. I think days are numbered here. But he's obviously going to get another opportunity because what are we going to do? Mourinho popping up with 2 goals today is unheard of. No one was expecting that. I don't expect that clip to keep going. So we're at a stage right now, like I said in the beginning, we're at a stage right now where we're going to need everybody to pitch in. Goals are going to have to come from guys you never thought would score, like today. We're going to need goals from Calafiori. We're going to need corner. We need corner goals more than ever now. Saliba's going to have to pop in with some goals. Gabriel, Martin Odegaard, Partey, Rice. These guys have to score in this run. They have to score. It's a lot to ask from players that don't usually get themselves in positions to score, but all hands to the pump now. All hands to the pump. All the Kai Havertz haters now. You see? Even though he's not a quote-unquote striker, need that player. Need him. Weekend started off pretty good with that win, I guess. But again, New Year's resolution, we're not going to let 11 men in red dictate my weekend. It's a long weekend here in Ontario, Family Day. So, let's get this out of the way and enjoy the rest of our weekend. City's playing right now. It's 3-0 against Newcastle. This league's crazy. I don't know. We beat them 5-1 and then we can't score a goal against Newcastle. I don't understand, but anyways. Getting these player ratings right now. David Raya, what do you have to do today? Another clean sheet. Same as always. Usually gets a 7 actually, but today I'll give him an 8. Made some distribution was good. Made some key saves, key grab at the end there to keep us in the game when things were tough. Well done today, Timber. Well, the whole defense is going to get 8s today. Let's just say that. Timber an 8 today. Industrious going forward, getting back as well. I mean, there's not much you can fault him for the performance today. None of the guys at the back today have a performance to be faulted for. So, especially when you keep a clean sheet. So, William Saliba, customary 8, didn't do anything really wrong. Kept Vardy in check. His partner, Gabriel, same thing. Kept Vardy in check. Opportunities to go up and head balls off corners. I think when you've scored as many goals off corners that Arsenal have, teams start to plan for that. So you don't see as many goals going in off corners anymore because teams have figured out what they need to do to stop them. So hopefully we can pump in another couple in this run up. But yeah, like I said earlier, we're definitely going to need goals from sources that you wouldn't expect. But for today's game, he gets an 8, didn't do much wrong. Miles Lewis-Skelly, maybe not everybody gets an 8. I'm going to give him a 7 today. Didn't really have much to do defensively, but going forward, kind of lacking, kind of loose with the ball. Actually made a great interception on the back post, actually. But he's still going to get a 7 from me today. And again, like I've mentioned before, 7s on this show are not bad. Not bad at all. Going into the midfield, this guy, I mean, what can you say? The dirty work specialist. Probably doesn't get a lot of plaudits from the pundits and fans alike because he plays for Arsenal, the team everybody loves to hate. But I believe it was the first goal. Key interception, key tackle, key interception. If it wasn't for the man of the match, he would probably be the man of the match today for me, for the Clockenders podcast. He gets an 8 today. His partner in the middle, I don't know, man. Like, are we writing him off for this year so we can just go rest and get better? The guy's clearly hurt still. His ankle's probably clearly still hurting him. Or we got sold a bill of goods from Real Madrid. He was fantastic last year. He was fantastic in the beginning, got injured, and now it's just been average performances from the time he came back till now. I don't know what's wrong with him. He gets a 6 today. Thomas Partey, usually he can be man of the match every game. Loose passing today. I don't know if just didn't look up for it. Gave the ball away a couple of times. Key interception or key block on a cross today as well. But not the Thomas Partey performance that we're used to. I'm going to give him a 7. Up top, tried his best. And we're not doing him any favors by playing high balls into him. The guy's 5'5" or 5'6". He's not going to win any head balls. He's not going to win the balls that we play into Havertz. He's not going to be strong enough to hold off defenders either. He has to be the water bug. Remember, I told you water bug everywhere. He has to be that. And playing him through the middle as the number 1 striker, I don't know about that. If you want to play him underneath the number 1 striker, more probably a better shout. So positioning wise, again, what are we going to do? Like, someone's got to play there. Trossard, you're the guy today. So I'm not going to blame him for that. Not his position. Striker and winger, totally different. You can see when he went out to the wing when Moreno came on, how his game changed totally. He even got an assist today. So for Trossard today, I'm usually very, very, very critical of this guy. Gets an 8 today. Did very well today for me. If you watch the game, if you're going to look at the stat sheet and say, what did he do? He got an assist. Okay. But watch when he switched over to the wing. He was a water bug. That's what he needs to be. Again, when I spoke about it in the beginning of the show, don't play for months and then get dropped in as a starter. There's two thoughts or two different thoughts on this. You're a professional. You're a veteran professional. You should be able to drop in. It might take you 10 minutes, 15 minutes to acclimate to the game pace because you can't recreate the game pace in practice. So maybe 10, 15 minutes to acclimate to it, but it took 60. And even at 60 minutes, he still wasn't at it. I'm going to give him another chance today. He was awful today. I'm going to give him another chance. He gets a 5, the lowest rating. I'm going to give him another chance just because of the things that I've mentioned. But again, the performances are going to have to change. We have West Ham next. The performances have to change. That's all I'm going to say about that. We got a gem here. Ethan Wanyeri. 17 years old. Man of the match. Listen, I don't know what teams, if we were able to get an Isak, a Goykeresh, those are my top 2 strikers in the summer. If we're able to get Isak in that order, and Goykeresh, and have Ethan Wanyeri on one side, Saka on the other, maybe Trossard behind them. Goals will fly in. Goals will fly in. This kid is unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. The confidence he has to take players on. The trickiness, the awareness. The assist for Moreno's first goal. Hit the bar. Hit the post. The one that hit the post, that ball was going in. The goalie saved it onto the post. That was going in. One where he caught in and hit the crossbar. I mean, if he doesn't lean back half an inch, that's probably in as well. This kid is unbelievable. I don't have any other words to say for this guy. Every week I have to say the same thing. This kid's unbelievable. And imagine there was pundits out there slagging off Arteta for playing him, thinking that they were thinking that it was all about Arteta. I've played the youngest player in EPL history. Me. Imagine them thinking that when he sees him in training every day and said, this kid's ready. At 15, he might be ready. And at 17, he damn well is ready. I can only imagine what the number is next year on his jersey because it's not going to be 53. I promise you that. Man of the match performance today gets a 9 from me. He was amazing today at 17 years old, running that forward line. He was the best forward in the first half. Maybe if it wasn't for Moreno, probably the best forward in the second half as well. 17 years old. Turns 18, I think, next month. Craziness. Give this guy an 8 today. I'm dismissing the fact that he didn't go out and buy anybody in the transfer market. I'm basing it on this game. He put out what he could and made the right substitutions when the time was needed. He gets an 8 today. Going to the substitutes. By the way, this guy was on the bench today. This guy's almost ready. I don't know where he plays. Lewis Skelly took his opportunity. Timber took his opportunity. I don't know. Substitution. Serginho came in today. I mean, not enough. Key professional foul. See what a referee with common sense does when a professional foul happens. See what a referee that's not corrupt does. See what a referee that doesn't bet on the games he's reffing does. Professional foul. It was a break. Could have been something different. Who knows? Professional foul. Well done. He gets 7 from me today. Who else came on? Kieran Tierney. I forgot to make his his thing again. So Kieran Tierney came on. I mean, invisible out there. He gets a 5. Not enough time to really give him a rating. First player came in with 21 minutes to go. Ricardo Calafiore. He's everywhere. Asking me, I probably would have started him on the right-hand side. If you ask me, I would have started him on the right-hand side. Because he would have got forward, and damn well he was going to get back. And I'm talking about the right-hand side forward-wise. Because he's going to get forward, and he's going to get back, and he's going to run, and he's going to give every effort. He's going to be everywhere. Hockey assist on Moreno's second goal. Picked up the ball, drove forward, played it to Trossard, who crossed it over to Moreno for his second goal. Fantastic performance from him. Fantastic. He gets a 7. Partner that came in with him. I'm not expecting it every game. He might go on a run. Who knows? He might go on a run. I've seen it happen before. A guy you never thought can score goals, comes in, plays forward, gets 2 goals one game, 1 goal this game, 2 assists that game, another goal this game, and you never expected it from him. But going forward, I'm not expecting what happened today to happen again. I would love it if it did. Not expecting it, though. What can you say? Two well-taken goals. There's something to be said about being in the right place at the right time. And if you watch the runs that he made himself the right place at the right time. Second goal, when he pulled off the defender to go to the back post, that's what strikers do. The header, clinical. First goal, clinical. Ethan Wanyeri assist. Clinical header. When we needed it. Now, Leicester, who's not very good, has to come out to go get a goal. Leaving all that space behind. Calafiore ran into the space, played it out to Trossard, who ran into space, crossed it to Moreno, who was in space. That's how you kill off a game. Moreno 8 today. If it wasn't for Ethan Wanyeri, probably the man of the match in 20 minutes, which says a lot for what was going on in that field. So next up, we have West Ham. It's at home, I believe. Again, all hands to the pump. It's got to be. Sterling, I'll give you another opportunity to show me. But I mean, if nothing happens against West Ham, you got to seriously look at maybe he's the guy that comes off the bench to hopefully kill off the game. Because nothing's going to happen with him on the field. But we'll wait and see. So, guys, if you haven't subscribed to the podcast, you can subscribe on YouTube. Obviously, you're watching it. You can listen to my podcast on all the popular podcast platforms. I'm on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We're on Amazon Music, TuneIn, Stitcher, Player FM, I believe. We're on TikTok. We're on Threads. There's no need for you guys not to be listening or interacting with the podcast. So, guys, fantastic performance. Well, I guess fantastic result, I'll say. Maybe not a fantastic performance. Fantastic result. Guys, we move. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next week. Come on, you Gunners.